Hello everyone, it's your favorite sussy Baka Akib here. Back to you with another commentary video, and in this video we're going to dive right in on that vegan teacher. Yup, you heard me right, that old lady who I made a video on a few months ago. If you haven't watched that long ass video that I've put so much of my life force into making it, you don't have to watch it to understand what I'm going to talk about in this video. I mean, pretty sure everyone knows or heard about that vegan teacher. If you don't know her, then well, to briefly sum her up, she's an old woman who has a YouTube channel and all the socials to spread her veganism by any means necessary. And what I mean by that, she has said many wicked things to try to persuade people from the past to convert to being vegan. She'll literally use every trick in the book to convince people to become vegan. Some would say that way out of line, like calling out the gay community, saying coming out is gay. It's a selfish thing to say, to come out. As she states, you're doing it for yourself and not for the animals, which is a common catchphrase she'll always say for every counter argument, as well as going far as wishing death upon a YouTube creator, Sniper Wolf, and calling out on another creator called Call Me Chris, believing that having food cravings because of having depression and insecurities, which according to ThatVeganTeacher is not an excuse, and ThatVeganTeacher took full advantage of that and said hurtful things to Call Me Chris in her videos, where one of ThatVeganTeacher's videos, she even goes as far as accusing Call Me Chris, where in that video where she came out saying she was assaulted in her past, ThatVeganTeacher believed it didn't really happen, tying down to a bad analogy to promote her veganism, which is so messed up and stupid on so many levels. And so with that brief summary of the few outrageous things she has stated online, I'm gonna dive right into a few weird things that has happened since I uploaded my video on her. Starting off, let's go head on to her community posts. And well, as you can see here, most of her community posts are very one-sided and biased, to where pretty much all the answer choices are all of the above vegan only choice answers. So let's take a look and talk about some of these. Here we have the first one, and it's a photo of comparisons of cheese for animals. In this picture here, which I think the vegan teacher probably made herself or got it from one of her Facebook friends, we see some of the weirdest options for cheese from different milk. We see it mentions dog milk, cat milk, pig milk, human milk, and even rat milk. What the heck? First of all, gross. Second of all, why bring up milk from dogs and cats? Because anyone with common sense knows drinking milk from any of these animals is outrageous. I mean, that vegan teacher just posted this without any important background information from any of these animals mentioned here. If you wonder why most cheese are made from cow's milk, well, there's already a large abundance of cows to get milk from. In the case of pig's milk, the problem getting milk from a pig is it's not easy getting it because they could get startled easily and be aggressive for getting too close to it. Plus, apparently the milk is gamier and watery compared to a cow. Moving on to rat milk, apparently rat milk cheese is high in protein and fat and low on carbohydrates. Now, I don't know about you, but I would never ever consider consuming any product that's from a filthy vermin. Enough said. Now, in the case of dog and cat milk as cheese, well, apparently you can make cheese out of dogs and cat milk. However, the milk from these animals are a bit underwhelming. Cat milk is recommended to be avoided for human consumption, as it can result into upsetting your stomach, possibly diarrhea, but not buying cat milk to prove my point. Dog milk could be consumed by people if you want to drink it for some weird reason. Then there's cheese from breast milk, which is also a thing apparently. People do make and eat cheese from human milk. However, breast milk is unpasteurized and can carry illness causing bacteria when it's not stored properly. Plus, there's a possibility it can carry HIV, hepatitis B and C, which is one of the major reasons why the use of human fluids is largely discouraged in cooking. But don't forget, you can get cheese made from goats and sheep, which is actually well known to drink and eat cheese from those animals. But ThatVeganTeacher for some reason didn't put either of those options here. Which goes to my next point, why did ThatVeganTeacher post this when in almost every video she'll always say cow milk belongs to them and not to us? Because she's obviously a vegan activist. But would that statement also apply where it's getting milk from all these other animals alike? And maybe so human milk be bad to promote the pro-vegan life? I know she thrives on convincing people to drink milk from non-animal products, which is cool and all, but why bring up different animal milk options and not even mention and persuade people to drink almond or soy milk? Which I know is something she'll always say anyways, but from this post here, all you can get from this is scratching your head on why you would ever get cheese from dog or cat milk. Like, what kind of sane person thinks about getting dog milk for themselves? Like, no one. I don't really get the point that she's making here, and if anything, she just listed out other options of milk for people to discover. And hey, if you buy almond milk or vegan milk, that's cool, but if you deadass go out your way to look for and buy rat milk, then there's something wrong with you. I don't care otherwise. Overall, this weird post is lacking context on whether this promotes vegan teachers, pro-vegan ideals, let alone mention anything you should drink vegan milk options, which it seems to be vegan teacher's objective here, but she has failed to get her point across massively. Moving on, here we go to another weird, absurd community post here from that vegan teacher on the made-up event called Poop Olympics. Sorry, what? What the hell goes through this whack job's head? Granted, I know she lives in her own bubble, and everyone else could tell she's a nut job, but having to go as far as opening her DMs to rate people's feces? Is she okay? She even sent a link to her Instagram where people took this advantage and sent her poop pics from EDP, but there's also a dot of kids sending her these pics of their own feces, and what if there are incidents where a mistake happens, where these impressionable, naive kids, or anyone else for that matter, send her more than just a poop pic, but something else that wasn't meant to be sent to her? I don't want to go into full details on what I'm referring to, but I think some of you could get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, here's another community post from her stating the following: all schools should have vegan only policies, no eggs, no meat, no dairy, no leather, no feathers, no fur, animal parts. You get the gist. Here's the thing, I don't disagree with her statement here. Schools should have an optional only vegan policy, and there are schools around the world, but hey, not every country out there is a first world country like Canada and the US. That said, as an American who lives in America, despite living in a first world country, the school lunch here is god awful. Literally, every student who goes to a public school in America will tell you that the school lunch is garbage. I honestly don't know the quality and standards of school lunches up there in Canada or Montreal, where vegan teachers from. In my opinion, school lunch is a hit or miss for me. I don't tend to eat school lunch often, unless they serve hamburgers, pizza, or grilled cheese, which are all not vegan, but what do I care? School lunch is crap. Hey, I gotta get through the rest of the day with something. Heck, there will be even days that I won't even get lunch in school. I mean, there's always an option to bring your own food from home, but then when you sit down to eat your lunch, you know there's gonna be mad people begging you to share some of your lunch, like those starving hyenas from Lion King. And speaking of the unwelcome, here's a comment that I found by someone asking vegan teacher, Miss Katie, my house has a lot of rats and cockroaches. I hope you like to adopt them and raise them. Reading this comment, you could tell it was fully satire. Even so, that vegan teacher actually responded to this person by saying the following: why do you open the cracks and let them in? Next time, be more careful to stop leaving doors and gaps open for them if you don't want them. They don't realize that they're not welcome. They're innocent, just like if a cat, dog, or a bird walk in. It's up to you to catch them and kindly release them. Okay, what the hell did I just read? It's that person's fault for leaving cracks to let these critters in? My god, it's as if that she believes someone would intentionally let rats inside their homes. But not only that, but claiming these animals don't know any better. Hello, they may be wild animals, but they're smart enough to know that a house guarantees shelter and unlimited food. These animals know what they're doing, and it benefits them to stay in a human's household by comparing rats to pet animals, entering a house and kindly releasing them. That doesn't apply to rats. Those rats aren't tamed compared to lost dogs and cats. They carry diseases and filth within your walls and kitchens. It is insane that a vegan teacher would try to think otherwise, to be on an animal's side here. And so from that wacky reply, we all know that vegan teacher hasn't moved on from going after these famous YouTubers. One of them that I already mentioned earlier, Call Me Chris, lives in vegan teacher's head rent-free. After many posted videos directly at Call Me Chris to quote-unquote convince her to become vegan. And mind you, she still posts videos on Call Me Chris to this day. However, this time around, a month ago, vegan teacher posted this video where she brings up a statement made from Call Me Chris, where she said to vegan teacher that Crayola markers. In this video, vegan teacher claims Chris's statement ruined this so-called animal rights movement that vegan teacher tries to promote across her platform, which is complete BS because that insignificant statement from Chris was just to take a jab at vegan teacher, which she knows is the case. And by the way, that vegan teacher had made a compromise that she was the one in fault for not knowing Crayola markers were in vegan from previous video. But in this video, she makes a whole big deal just now, a month ago, that may have ruined the animal rights movement, but never mentioned it in her response video to Chris a couple months ago. Like, explain to me how it has become a problem where the animal rights movement was affected by it all those months ago, but all of a sudden now, you just addressed it a month ago when the drama have already died down. In this 14-minute video, she believes Call Me Chris' statement made people afraid that becoming vegan is impossible and ruined the movement, and they will be fearmongered by Chris if she calls them out for making mistakes like using markers that aren't vegan. Now here's the thing, right? First of all, Call Me Chris is a big time content creator on YouTube and TikTok with millions of followers and supporters, while ThatVeganTeacher only had millions of laughs and pity at her. Second of all, why would Chris care about calling out someone else for failing to be vegan when she stated in her own video on reacting to ThatVeganTeacher that she doesn't mind or care whatever people eat?
Also, eat whatever you want. Eat what makes you feel good. You want to be vegan if you want to be whatever you want. Just do you, boo. Next video. Love you, bye!
And so as you all know, this video from ThatVeganTeacher is total baloney, and she knows very well that what she's saying about Chris is BS because she never thought about it until a couple months later. I mean, she's still trying to persuade Chris to become vegan and yet uses her to make this video targeting Chris as if this video will finally convince Chris to become vegan somehow. Plus, you shouldn't even take this woman's word to heart from this same video where she's seen microwaving her water. I mean, what kind of person microwaves the water and then drinks it right away? I don't know if this is a Canadian thing because it's so cold up there or other cold places for that matter. But honestly, when I saw that clip, that to me seems to me that she totally lost it. But honestly, it probably answers why she's like this and passive aggressive to any YouTuber she targeted before. I mean, someone needs to take away that microwave away from her because the radiation from the microwave water must have messed up her brain to the point where she made a community post comparing if Dr. Mike and Vladimir Putin are the same, which is so messed up at so many levels. And really the only thing they both have in common is that they're both Russians and speak Russian. Other than that, there's nothing else to compare the two. Like for starters, you have one dictator who's ruining the lives of a million people and not helping the Russian society whatsoever, while the other guy who's a doctor who helps his patients, like the good doctor he is, contributing to society in a meaningful way, unlike that weird, wacko ThatVeganTeacher, which I don't know how much I have to say it until I become a broken record. If for whatever reason you're still not sold on it, just take a look at this bonus clip.
We should never try to make anyone feel guilty. Everyone's perfect just the way they are. If they want to pay for murder, that's up to them. We should never try to change anyone or the world at all. And we should give everyone a trophy every day and 2 ribbons.
Alright, well, I regret editing that in for this video. Taking everything into account, I'm going to end the video here, or else it might end up as another 48-minute video, like my last ThatVeganTeacher video on her, which was a pain in the ass for me to download and upload it to YouTube. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel for more commentary content, comment down anything you want in this video for the YouTube algorithm, follow my socials down in the description below. And one more last thing before I go, do not drink microwave water or else you end up like ThatVeganTeacher. But anyway, see y'all soon in my next video. Area 1 8 Kip is leaving the building.